What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Appreciate that you took the time to press the button and welcome yourself in. Welcome back to me. Welcome back to the pod. Welcome back to What's the Word. Appreciate you listening. My studio lights took the shit. So quick pivot. We back here on where all your podcasts are being distributed at. This Apple, Spotify, all the places. There's a bunch of them. Sure, they'll be linked wherever you heard this at. But yeah, dog, we back. Appreciate all the support, all the love until now. But we just gonna get right into the Nissel and the Gristle because listen, we got a Smackdown coming up. As of this recording, it is Friday. So Smackdown is on the horizon. We got a lot to look at, so we'll preview that. And we'll talk about some other things going on in this wrestling universe. So with all that in mind, we back, bitches. I'm UncleBlacc, and welcome to What's the Word. Let's start with WWE, because this week could bend the direction of the entire company, all right? So, as I said before, as this recording, we got SmackDown tonight from Austin, Texas. And we got a lot of hot button issues, a lot of big box office matches taking place. I feel like the biggest headline of the night is the Last Time Is Now tournament final going down. It is the Ring General Gunther taking on the megastar L.A. Knight, and the winner is earning the right to face John Cena in his final match, December 13th, at Saturday night's main event. Now, let's chat about that for a second, okay? Now, listen, on paper, Gunther should win this entire tournament, okay? As far as if you were gambling, that's like the smart bet, all right? He's dominant, credible, and he fits the dynamic of, hey, John Cena's gonna get the shit kicked out of him. Who's more believable? You feel me? But I feel like the buzz is gonna be lit behind this match, and if it's done right, then maybe. But I feel like Cena said he's done after this, so I don't see a chance of a follow-up match happening. But it really could go down. But you never, ever, ever want to sleep on La Knight, because he has been able to pretty much handle everything that has came his way and still managed to look like a star taking care of all the business. So, anything could go down. And at this point, either one could benefit a lot from being John Cena's final opponent. Now, beyond the main event, apparently there are multiple fractures and some loose ends that need to be tied up. Okay. Now, rumors are running rampant that Drew McIntyre and his suspension in regards to the War Games fallout could play a hand in something that may happen tonight on SmackDown. Granted, because he did win, he was on the winning team. So who knows how, Drew McIntyre may, step or attempt to, carry out his plans moving forward. And another thing too, man, as far as the United States Open Challenge, okay, the United States Championship Open Challenge matches held by one Ilya Dragunov. There is another one tonight. We don't know who his opponent is going to be, but for one, if you have not gotten a look and to see any of his matches as far as defending the championship, take some time and go look at it. First things first, shout out to Sami Zayn for bringing back the Open Challenge, and shout out to Ilya Dragunov for taking this Open Challenge and making it his. When I tell you his, like, to see how they getting down out there and seeing the type of talent that's coming through these challenges, it's just nothing but fisticuffs, fist flying, feet flying, fake apologies, and suplexes that hurt. All right. So I can't wait to see what happens in that match particular on SmackDown. And listen, how about this for something to chat about here? There's also been some backstage rumors that the Royal Rumble coming up is rumored to be only 4 matches. 4 matches in the Royal Rumble. So let me think about it. Okay, that means that you have the men's Rumble, the women's Rumble, and then maybe 2 title matches or 2 matches in itself. Now that's got my head thinking. It's got the gears turning. How will you execute that? Ain't that many video packages in the world. Ain't that many interviews. Ain't that much anywhere to where you can get away with a 4-match Royal Rumble. That means that each Rumble is probably going to be at least an hour and a half. At least. And I don't even know how you managed to pull that one off. I really hope that these are just rumors and really just something to talk about. Because if you ask me, the short card type Rumble, if this is what you want to do, it can really backfire, okay? Because at that point, it's getting rid of the mystique that comes in being a big 4 pay-per-view, because anything can happen. You can expect the unexpected, but you need to be able to sit down and suspend your disbelief to expect the unexpected. It's not going to happen if you only got 4 matches on the card, because you're either going to put all your attention in to one match, because you're not going to want to invest in all 4. You think it's less is more, but not in this instance here. We need extravaganza. We need, a big deal, the big time, as they say. So who's to say what could really go down there? Now, thinking about, as I'm wrapping up here, as far as WWE is concerned, if WWE executes this Gunther, LA Knight, Cena arc the right way, it could have, massive spike as far as media attention and nostalgia. Okay, so it just got to get done right, if you ask me. And that right there, that's just what I'm thinking about, what we need to look into so far as SmackDown this upcoming week. I'm sure we got a bunch of other great matches on the card. And in the next episode, we'll review it. We'll definitely watch it, sit down, and then we'll chop it up here and we'll talk about it. But I'm going to take a quick break. And then when I come back, I'm going to talk about something else that happened this week that could very possibly change the momentum of professional wrestling. All right, I'm back. Welcome back to What's the Word. Now, let us pivot, because outside of the Fed, as we call it, well, not we, but as they in the business call it, outside of WWE, there's a major shakeup brewing that could reshape the alternative wrestling scene. Now, if you didn't know this already, TNA has signed a multi-year deal with AM, and now Impact will be airing on Thursday nights from 9 to 11, starting on January 15th, 2026. Now, that is huge for this company here, because, getting on TV is the biggest thing. If you can land on network television, then you get more eyes on you every single week. And that was probably one of the biggest things with TNA. Once they got off the air, it was hard to maintain the fan base. So I think this is a step in the right direction, and they immediately, see themselves as stepping into that number 3 role if everything goes the way they need it to be. And listen, with a new era coming in TNA with this TV deal, man, sky's the limit, because they have the talent, the roster is there. The writing got to get up there. I feel like it is on its way up, but again, we just got to cook, and we just got to see exactly what's going on. So let's make it crystal clear too. Ever since they signed the deal, rampant speculation has been flying around that, the deal with WWE is over. And that just simply ain't true, because, I feel like WWE had a hand in helping, because I know they're growing companies left and right. So who's to say that they didn't say, hey, listen, let's throw them a bone. Let's put them on AMC. So who's to say that, WWE don't, got first dibs on something? They probably do, but I don't know. I don't know all the specifics. I'm not all up in the briefcases, all up in the stuff. But to all of that, everybody got a chance to eat. It's gonna be nice to see these guys on TV again, man. They all worked hard for it, and it's definitely something I'm looking forward to seeing. All right, I think that's it for TNA right now. I think I got a few more things to cover, and then I'll be sure to wrap this thing up and get on up out of here. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, but don't go nowhere. Be right back with more. What's the word? Welcome back to What's the Word. Once again, back in this thing, another again, and we talking about now. Excuse me. Now we are here to discuss All Elite Wrestling. We just coming off of a Dynamite this past Wednesday, and we're looking towards winter is coming because in that main event, we're going to have the World Heavyweight Champion Samoa Joe taking on Eddie Kingston. And also on that night, we will see Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, take on Pac in the AEW Continental Classic Tournament. And listen, with the Continental Classic culminating at World's End, this really has the potential to take whoever wins it and, take them immediately into the main event spotlight because Lord knows, with the star power slowly coming back into the company, it's nice to add to mix. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And now it is time for my brand new favorite segment here on the show. In this segment, how apropos, is named the Word of the Week. All right, so this week's word is reload. Wrestling is reloading. WWE's legacy cards might be winding down, but they could reboot their momentum with fresh tournament winners and right booking. And TNA is loading up again with a new TV home, new energy, and maybe some new stars. And AEW is stacking tournaments that can reload their roster depth. You're ready for something new? Now the reset. This is the reload. And that was the word. All right, y'all. That was this week's episode. Your boy is getting his feet right. Boy's getting his feet back, man. I'm just happy to be back chatting and, just spewing what I could spew and saying what I could say in this great game that we call professional wrestling. So please don't fray. Next week we'll be back. We'll be reviewing the fallout from SmackDown. We'll see if anything changes as far as TNA and AMC and pretty much anything else that may happen throughout the week. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to pass this along to, all the other wrestling people that you know and love. And per usual, as always, thank you for listening to What's the Word. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.